Alright guys, so we're here at the track running the first practice session in the new Tony kart. As I said in my earlier video, my other kart got damaged and now I needed a new one. This is the new one. So it's felt pretty good so far once we got the tires up to temperature and pressure and everything like that. One of the things that we did notice though is that the chain guard is too tall. So whenever I go over the chicane, it'll hit right there, and that's all the markup in the red that you see up there. So we're gonna go back out and run it for a few more laps and we'll see how it goes.
When talking about tire temperature and pressure, this is kind of what I'm talking about. Right now, I'm running at a slower pace than what I normally run in order to get the tires to come up to temperature and pressure. How I do that is by intentionally sliding the kart around the corners to build up friction in the tires, causing the gas in the tires to expand and bring them up to pressure. Boom, science. That's also what I'm doing down the straightaway right there, so don't be alarmed if it looks like I almost wrecked. Now that the tires are successfully warmed up, I can start putting down some fast laps. The average fast lap in this class is 42.5 to 42.8 seconds. Since I'm out by myself and there's nobody really around competing against me, it's kind of hard to do that. So for this practice session, I ran 1:42.9 and a bunch of consistent laps at around 43 seconds. Take a listen to my entrance to turn 1 right here. That classic skid mark sound you just heard is actually hurting my race times. Because the kart is wanting to go in a different direction than what I'm wanting it to go in, it's creating unnecessary friction, which is therefore slowing me down. Despite what I originally thought, it's actually really hard to keep your cool inside a race car. Coming through turns 7, 8, and 9, I could already tell that I wasn't making very fast times, about a 44-second lap at least. So when I lost control and kind of went into the grass, I got mad and just spun out because I was done. When this happens, Dad usually pulls me into the pits and we go around the track talking about the lines that I choose to take and where I could possibly be losing some time, just to kind of let my emotions cool off. Another helpful thing is taking videos like this because it's really hard for me to be angry when I'm trying to video myself.
Yeah, towards the end of the night, when you're hitting this turn nice, I could really tell, like when you were coming into it, I didn't hear you off the throttle very much. You're not recording me down.
I am recording you.
Or you weren't coming off. Anyway. You know.
So I felt like it was pretty good except for that last couple laps. I don't know why, it's just whenever I hit 2 to go, it's like I freak out.
Is it like in a race when you're too wide already going into this? I guess you gotta stay on the
What I try to do is if I'm on the outside starting, I try to back off and then like way off, and then everybody gets bunched up in the apex, and that's how I'm able to get those good 3 wide moves. I usually wait till I can just start to see the red when I make my turn in. So I try to get as close as I can up here, and then I make my turn in as close to the curb as I can without hitting it, or without counter steering. I know I had a couple of good turns without counter steer.
I noticed you didn't, like when you just come off this right here, when you would have to wobble the steering to kind of get straight again, but this last couple times you were going nice and smooth.
So we continued the track walk and eventually completed an entire lap just walking around. So that's a good half-mile worth of steps. What I have learned is that in practice, you're not only learning how to control your car, you're learning how to control yourself. And being able to stay cool under pressure and let things roll off your back, mistakes and stuff like that, is very, very important to racing as it is to life. So it was a good practice night. We got some good laps down, and we were well prepared headed into the next race. I also just wanted to thank my dad for being crew chief, mechanic, mental coach, all the things that he does for me and my racing. Thank you, Dad. Colossians 3:23, do everything as working for the Lord and not for men. Thanks for watching, guys. If you'd like to see more racing content, Liberty and Racing for All, that's what you are watching right now. I put out 2 videos a month, and now that the season is over for the year, I'll be looking at some other racing related content.
So be on the lookout for that. I'll see you later.